Hey, 6th grade, welcome to your May 18th, 2020 classwork for literacy. Today, you will be able to learn about slam poetry and how it connects to identity and theme by reading, analyzing, and listening to a poem by Zora Howard. The key knowledge that you'll gain in this lesson is to understand what slam poetry is and what makes it distinct from other types of poetry. Also, you'll be able to understand how poets write poems based on their identity and use themes to show what lessons they have to teach and share with the world. To begin, for your do now, poetry is a deeply personal, unique, and powerful form of writing. Every author brings their own experience, perspective, and narrative. Over the course of our poetry module, you will be asked to examine and analyze others' poetry. You'll also have the opportunity to earn some extra credit by writing and performing your own poetry. For the do now, please discuss: do you enjoy reading, listening to, or writing poetry? Why or why not? And have you ever heard the term slam poetry? Do you know anything about this type of writing and performing? When you're finished with your do now, there's a video that we've shared with you from Brave New Voices, a youth slam poetry competition that's been running internationally for more than 20 years. After you watch the video, please consider: why do you think it's important to give youth a place to speak and share their messages? What questions do you have about slam poetry and why? And what do you think the purpose of slam poetry is based off of the video? Then, we'd like you to read a short excerpt about slam poetry and how it began. We'd like you to discuss what is slam poetry, how it began, just to get a little background knowledge. After that, we have some new vocabulary, the words theme and identity. Please read and review the chart carefully. Then for a little bit of vocabulary practice, read through the example of theme, take a look at the chart below, and highlight the statements that you think are themes in the chart. Then you'll read and listen to a poem called My Honest Poem, written by Rudy Francisco. After you've watched this video, please think about: what does Rudy reveal about his identity in this poem and why? And if you were going to write a poem called My Honest Poem, what things about yourself would you include in it and why? When you're finished with that, please read the poem Biracial Hair by Zora Howard. You first have a little bit of background information about Zora Howard and to think about why might it be important for us to know about authors before we read their work. And then you have the poem itself. As a forewarning, you do have within this poem an instance where the author chooses to use the F word. If that is going to be an issue for you, your family, your values, please message us and we can figure out something else for you to listen to. Just to be aware that she does use this word as a choice to bring power and emphasis to her ideas. When you're done listening to her work, please consider: how does her poem impact you as a reader? If you had just read the poem instead of hearing it, would that have changed its meaning or impact for you? What parts of her identity does she reveal to you as a reader? And what theme do you think she wants to reveal and why? When you're finished with those questions, please think about: what themes do you believe that Zora Howard has to convey within her poem? And then comment or annotate why you think that's a theme within her poem. When you're finished, log into Edulastic and complete your mastery check. It is titled DL_MC_Module 1_Week 7. Make sure that you've completed all of the slides and then submit your completed module in Google Classroom. Have a great day and message us if you need any help.